Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to the Blackwell Convergence. In the last episode, we helped Frank to cross over to the other side. However, before he left, he gave us some pretty distressing information. Turns out he didn't die of a heart attack. He was actually choked to death, which is a certain someone's modus operandi. It seems that the Countess is still active. She is still killing people. We really need to put an end to what our aunt started. And our first port of call is Roosevelt Island.
Here we are. I don't see any ghosts. You sense anything?
Nope, seems clean to me.
Really? You sure?
I said there's nothing here. Well, no ghosts anyway.
Okay.
I read a book about this place years ago. Nobody uses this lighthouse anymore. It's just a historic monument.
Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything else that we can see here, so this is a bit of a dead end. Monique did tell us to look up the Meltzer Foundation. And Claude is getting hammered at a bar. And we know that the Minetta is very popular amongst creative types. Any new emails? Sad times. Oh well. Let's see. The Meltzer Foundation. Aha! New location, Meltzer Foundation. You can find anything online these days. They are located in the financial district. The Meltzer Foundation, 24th Fulton Street, Suite 1401, New York, New York. Okay, so no actual information on the company. I don't like that. There should be information on a company online.
Joey, I'd like to talk to you.
What could it possibly be?
I wonder if there's a good novel in all of this.
Huh?
I already have a title, The Actor and the Artist. What do you think?
Oh, Rosa.
I think we got a job to do.
Rosa, always be
That's
hustling.
all for now.
Always. Keep at it.
Let's go.
It's about time. Let's scram.
I think I'd like to check out the bar first. Just to see if Claude is there. Yeah, he is. Hello.
Claude?
Rosangela Blackwell, the writer. Come on over. Have a drink.
You're drunk.
Remember me.
Who could forget someone who could down 3 glasses of claret in half an hour?
Oof. His drinking habits, his work, the Dark Lady, leave him. Let's just go through them.
Bit early to be drinking.
Says the woman who had to be carried home the other night by an old Indian lady. My opening is tonight, and I intend to be well and truly plastered. It's the only way I'll be able to bear it.
I'd like to talk to you about your work.
I'd love to, but I'm not drunk enough.
I really like that painting of yours, The Dark Lady.
My paintings aren't meant to be liked. They are meant to be understood. But nobody does. I feel like Joe Gould sometimes.
I'd really like to know more about The Dark Lady.
I have a rule. I don't talk about my work unless I'm drunk enough.
How drunk is that?
I'm not sure, but I'm working on it.
Okay, I'm guessing we're only going to be able to actually ask him questions when he's at the opening, so let's just go through these.
What do you think of the Part Gallery?
It's alright, I guess. I don't know what Josie sees in my stuff. She doesn't understand it at all.
She likes it enough to risk her money on it.
Liking it isn't the same as understanding it. Still, Josie's been good to me. How could I say no?
Do you know Monique Stallman?
She was at the gallery the other night, yeah?
Uh-huh.
She told me my work was awful. I liked her.
She insulted your work, but you liked her.
Because
Sure,
she was honest.
She was honest.
Yeah.
She didn't pretend to be awed by it like all the other phonies do.
Do you know anything about Frank Lyons, the actor?
He died a few months ago, didn't he?
Yeah.
Never saw his work. Don't go to the movies much.
You come here often?
Enough. It's old-fashioned, you know.
You come here often?
Enough.
Okay.
You know about Joe Gould?
Sure I do. He was one of the city's last geniuses. Or maybe he was just nuts, I don't know. Maybe I'm just nuts too. Either way, he's famous now, thanks to Joseph Mitchell.
Did he just say Joseph Mitchell?
Yeah, he did. Joseph Mitchell. Joey told me last night that Joseph Mitchell's writing killed people. According to Claude, he had something to do with the famous Joe Gould. Oh, excuse me, he had something to do with making Joe Gould famous.
Could you tell me more about Joseph Mitchell?
Another of the city's great geniuses. Gone. He could talk to you for 5 minutes and then write a biography that made you seem like the most fascinating person alive.
They wouldn't be alive for long.
But then he
Oof.
stopped writing. Nobody knows why, at least not for sure. He
Because
published
ghost
a book about
murders.
Joe Gould, and then poof, no more writing. He went to his office at the New Yorker every day for 30 years, but never wrote a single word.
What did I say? I said I bet it was Joe Gould. Yeah. Okay, so at least that answers that mystery. I said at the end of Blackwell Unbound, who was the first guy? Who was the first murder? And now we know it was Joe Gould. So I'm guessing what happened was that Joseph Mitchell, he writes an article on Joe Gould, it's published, Joe Gould is murdered. And he doesn't really think much of it. Then he writes a piece on Isaac Brown, doesn't get it published because he said it was never printed. But Isaac Brown dies all the same, and he kind of thinks, oh, that's a bit weird. And then with Mavis Wilcox, writes about her, doesn't have it published, she still dies anyway, and at that point he's just like, I'm gonna throw up my hands, I'm not dealing with this.
Can you tell me anything about the Meltzer Foundation?
Those are the guys who are funding Josie's gallery?
Yeah.
You'd have to talk to Josie about them. I just throw colors at a canvas.
Okay, I just want to see if he has anything else to say on Joe Gould or Joseph Mitchell.
Could you tell me more about Joe Gould?
He was a genius, really. No matter what anybody else says, he paid attention to the world. Actually talked to people. And he wrote it all down. Every last word.
Why?
He was trying to find the connections that bring everyone and everything together, simply by observing and cataloging everything he saw. He called it the oral history. Nowadays, you'd call it blogging.
And that made him a genius?
Think about it. After Joseph Mitchell wrote Gould's biography, Mitchell never wrote again. No other subject could be as satisfying.
Gould was that interesting.
It was said that the city's unconscious was trying to speak through Joe Gould. Maybe it was true, maybe it wasn't. But to even attempt such a thing, I call that genius.
Okay, so, I really don't like Claude. Here's the thing, I'm not really into art or philosophy or any of that. However, it's because as the player, I know why Joseph Mitchell never wrote again. It wasn't because Joe Gould was so interesting that no other person could ever be as magnetic as Joe Gould. It was because he was like, people are dying, I need to stop. It's the little things that Claude says, like, my work isn't meant to be liked, it's meant to be understood. I'm like, get your head out of your own arse, please. Please, just for like 2 minutes. Okay, there was another point I had. Joe Gould trying to connect all of the people together, something like that. I think Joseph Mitchell said something kinda similar in that he wrote these pieces about people who were very eccentric and had these kind of life stories that he thought could bring people together, something like that. I can't remember off of the top of my head. So there is a connection between the two of them in how they're being described and stuff. Anything else to say on Joseph Mitchell?
Could you tell me more about Joseph Mitchell?
What's to say? He wrote a book about Joe Gould and then stopped writing for the rest of his life.
I can understand where he's coming from because the pieces on Isaac Brown and Mavis Wilcox were never published, so he would have no idea that he wrote again. But still, just listening to him frustrates me. It's the idea of like, oh, you need to be eccentric to be worthy. Like, this guy seems like the kind of person who would really look down on Mavis Wilcox, and I really liked her. You know, this reclusive shut-in who was being offered thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to move out of her apartment, and she was simply too scared to do it. Claude seems like the type of person who'd be like, oh, why would you even be interested in that? Why would you be interested in this pathetic waif of a woman? Whereas Joseph Mitchell, we know he talked to her. He was very genuine, very understanding. He listened to her. He treated her as a fellow human. And I get the feeling with Claude that he's trying so hard to be this stereotype of an artist. You know, like, oh, I fit in with the art world. My work isn't meant to be liked, it's meant to be understood. Normal people are so boring, who would want to talk to them? And I'm just like, dude, no. Dude. Yeah, let's
Bye,
leave.
Claude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to get his head out of his arse sooner rather than later. Let's go check out the Meltzer Foundation. Ooh, nice office.
Yes.
Hi, is this the Meltzer Foundation?
Yes.
Oh, good. I was hoping to ask you a few questions.
Paul, this one's for you.
Oh, sure thing. Come on over and step into my office. So, I'm Paul Meltzer, and my silent partner over there is my brother, Charlie.
Rosangela Blackwell.
A pleasure. So, what can we do for you?
I was hoping to talk to you about what you do here.
Really? Well, well, well. We're moving up in the world, Charlie.
Uh-huh.
So, Rosangela, you with a newspaper?
I'm sort of freelance.
Struggling, eh? Well, that's what the Meltzer Foundation is all about. Isn't that right, Charlie?
Uh-huh.
Well, ask away.
I like that freelance basically means struggling to these people. I'm like, dude.
I was wondering what you do here.
You know, I wonder that myself. Hey, Charlie, what do we do here?
We give away money, Paul.
That's right. We're into private investments. We grant risk-free capital to struggling businesses.
You really just give away money?
Ha! No, not exactly.
It's about giving money away wisely.
You heard the man. If you want the lowdown on what we do, just ask.
Calculated risks and all that.
Josie Park told me that you invested in her gallery.
You know Josie. How's she doing?
She's fine, I guess.
We're both rooting for her, right, Charlie?
Sure.
Josie Park told me that you...
You know
She's...
We're both...
Okay.
Sure.
Monique told me that you invested in CubeStar Films.
Monique. Oh, yes. She's the executive producer, isn't she?
Yes.
She's doing a great job. That place is earning money hand over fist.
Monique told me...
Monique.
Yes.
She's
Okay,
doing-
I know this might seem a bit weird, but I just want to make sure I'm not missing out on anything.
Do you know anything about Frank Lyons, the actor?
Of course. Can you believe it? A heart attack at his age. He looked healthy. Of course, who knows what kind of drugs those actors take?
Oh, no, that... Frank seemed like a good, hard-working guy. Yeah, he was in horny jail, but, like, aside from that... like, I hope he doesn't get a reputation as a drug addict after his death. That's...
Do you know anything about...
Of course.
That's sad.
Have you ever been to a bar called the Minetta?
No, sorry.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Joe Gould or the Joe Gould Fund?
No, sorry.
Tell me more about the foundation.
Let's say you have a brilliant idea for a business, but you've made some mistakes in the past. You've got bad credit or were in debt for a long time. No reputable bank in the country would give you a loan. Or if they did, they'd charge you a fortune in interest. But not us. We believe in a second chance. We'll loan you the money to kickstart your business in return for a share of the profits. If your business takes off, wonderful, we both win. If not, we're the one who pays for it.
Your foundation is pretty generous.
Well, we don't give money to just anybody. Charlie over there is in charge of separating the wheat from the chaff. When someone comes to us with their hand out, Charlie does his research and makes sure that they are worth the risk. You wouldn't believe some of the bums we get in here.
I wonder why Josie couldn't get like a regular loan, why she had to come here. To be perfectly honest, she kind of strikes me as the girl who maybe she has like a drink driving charge from when she was 18 and she was going to like a sorority party. That she kind of seems like that girl. Like she hasn't done anything since, but like this is on her record.
Anything else you can tell me about the foundation?
I've given you the basic idea. There's nothing else really to tell you.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a reporter named Joseph Mitchell?
That name sounds familiar.
He was a reporter for the New Yorker magazine.
Hey, that's it. Charlie used to work there. Hey, Charlie,
Oh.
Did you know Joseph Mitchell?
Everyone knew him, Paul. He was a living legend.
A living legend. How about that?
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a report? He
Oh,
Did he
yeah.
A living...
Okay. A CubeStar success, alright.
CubeStar films became successful after Frank Lyons died.
Did they? I suppose they did.
That benefits you too, doesn't it?
Oh, I see
Oh.
where this is going. What do you expect us to do? Give back the money? We're a private foundation. Money has to come in order for money to go out.
Someone died. Doesn't that bother you?
Sure, it bothers me. Death is a horrible thing. But I don't see what it has to do with us.
Okay, so I'm guessing that Rosa is trying to lay the blame for all of this at the Meltzer Foundation's feet. Okay.
Well, thanks for talking to me. I might be back later.
Sure thing. Here, take my card. If you have any questions, just email.
Oh, so you're on B-mail too.
Isn't everybody?
I'm guessing we can't look around the office then.
God, did you see that chick walk? She waddles like a duck.
Dude!
Our reporter friend. She's kinda your type.
What do you mean?
Yeesh, Charlie, come up for air. She walked right past your desk.
I didn't see any duck.
Never mind.
Yeah, we want to eavesdrop.
Stay put, kid. I'm gonna snoop around.
Let's see, what do you have to say?
He's reading a book called Best Accountant Practices, 4th edition.
Oh, God.
Sounds thrilling.
Hey, when are we going to get a real company email address?
What's wrong with the one we've got?
Oh, come on.
It does-
At least we have a real
whoops.
internet connection. Although, I don't trust this wireless crap.
I was literally just trying to have a Joey move. Sorry about that.
These things are way beyond me.
Hey, Charlie, is this wireless internet thing safe?
Of course it's safe.
I just read online that they can give you cancer.
It won't give you cancer, Paul.
Then maybe you should sit next to it.
Give it a rest, Paul.
Oh, God, Paul the hypochondriac.
Is that battery parked down there? Man, it's changed a ton since my day.
I can't stand this B-mail account.
What's the problem now?
I'm getting all sorts of spam. I got 3 from this Tomo person. Who the heck is Tomo?
Just delete them, Paul.
These things are way beyond me.
Doesn't it bother
Okay.
you that anybody with B-mail software can log into our email?
Only if they have your password, Paul. Just don't tell anybody, and you'll be fine.
Okay, so we need to find out this guy's password.
He seems pretty hard at work. Either Paul likes to play or he wants people to think he does.
Hey, when are we going to get a real company email address?
What's wrong with the one we've got?
Oh, come on. B-mail? Who is going to take us seriously when we only got a B-mail account?
It does the job.
At least we have a real internet connection, although I don't trust this wireless crap.
Okay.
Modern art job. I don't get it.
Yeah, I
Hey,
feel very
Charlie,
similar.
Is this wireless internet thing safe?
Yeah, we've
Of
heard
course it's
this.
safe. It won't
Then
give it a rest.
Modern art job. What the heck is that thing? Probably one of those computer things Red's always playing with.
I can't stand this beep.
What's the problem now?
I'm getting all
Yeah,
sorts.
Just
yeah, I
delete
get
them.
it. I get it.
Hey, my internet just went down. Stupid wireless.
It should come up again in a minute.
Come on, tell me your password. Come on.
Finally, the internet's back up. Hey, Charlie, what's that B-mail password
Yes.
Don't you remember anything? It's tennis53. Just write it down.
again? No way. Someone might find it.
Oh, someone's already found it, mate.
Doesn't it
Thank
bother
you.
that anybody with B-mail software?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
just
get
don't
it.
tell-
Tennis 53. All right, let's have a look at what they're up to. Okay, the Meltzer Foundation, Paul Meltzer, Client Relations, paulm@bmail.com.
Paul has a B-mail address just like me.
Okay.
My computer. It's not the latest model, but it does the job.
Take a seat, Rosa. Let's log out. And it's Paul M. And it was 10. Whoopsie. Tennis 53. Okay, let's see. What does he have? From Josie Park. Hi, Paul. Just a quick letter to let you know that everything is going great. Our new artist is fantastic and I can't wait for the opening tomorrow. You will come, won't you? After all, you made this possible. Josie Park, Park Gallery Curator. From Charles Meltzer. Paul, I'm going to be out of the office next week to meet with the charming widow. Could you do me a favour and check my email while I'm away? If I get anything important, give me a shout. Charles. Another from Charles Meltzer. Paul, what do you mean you don't remember my password? I picked it specifically so both you and I would remember it. I'm going to drag you screaming into the digital age if it kills me. Charles. For all your software and networking needs, contact Tomo. Another from Josie. Don't be silly, Paul. Of course you can talk to artists. It's not hard. If you're nervous, just Google artists. It will tell you everything you need to know. Josie Park Gallery Curator. Okay, so she's gone from Josie Park to just plain old Ooh. I sense a developing relationship there. And Charles Meltzer. Paul, the password is that silly name you called me when we were kids. If you've forgotten, I'm sure as heck am not going to remind you. That's slightly dodgy English, but whatever, it's fine. Okay. So this is going to be a clue for a later puzzle. We have to be on the lookout for Paul calling Charles some kind of childhood nickname. Okay. Whilst we're here, seeing as Josie told Paul to Google it, we might as well. What not to say to an artist? This painting is good. Be more thoughtful. Tell the artist why it is provocative to you personally. What is it? Not all art has to be of something specific. Tell the artist what you think it represents. I like the colours. Yours is a subjective opinion. Ask the artist why the colour choices were made. Many viewers are tactless when it comes to an artist's work. I hope this will help you avoid many of the pitfalls. Good luck. You know what? I'm gonna take a quick photo of this. There we go. And the first lot of advice. Thank you. Okie doke.
Hey, are you done with that thing? It's getting kinda late. If you want to catch Claude at the gallery, we'd better head over.
Okay. It's time for the opening.
Come on, let's get going.
It's about time. Let's scram.
Hopefully, now that he's good and drunk. Ooh. Very fancy.
He's really studying that glass of wine.
To be fair, I would be as well.
He seems to really like that one.
Oh, hey, Nishanti. I say we leave Claude until last.
That's Nishanti Sharma, my next door neighbor.
How you doing?
Hi, Nishanti.
Rosa, you came for the opening.
Oh yes, I did. That's why I'm here.
Good. It's so nice to see you out and about.
Yeah, out and about. That's us.
Tell her about Monique. Ask her about Claude the Dark Lady.
I spoke to Monique.
Oh, wonderful. That story is fascinating, isn't it?
It certainly came in useful.
You'll show me your story when it's done?
You call those things stories?
Aw, Joey.
I mean, sure, I'll show you. I'd be glad to.
Smooth.
Oh, Rosa, you need to get better at lying. Also, Joey, be supportive.
Do you know anything about Claude Erden?
Kind of enigmatic, isn't he? He's hardly said a word to anyone all night. Of course, I think he's had a bit too many, if you get my meaning.
He seems like an asshole to me.
What do you think of that painting, The Dark Lady?
It stands out, certainly. I don't know who the woman is, but she looks familiar.
Really?
I can't put my finger on who, but that expression, such a feeling of frustration and loss. But maybe that's the idea, the frustration and loss that we all feel sometimes.
Very deep.
Maybe. I'm going to look around some more.
Of course, go and mingle. Don't let me keep you.
I find that interesting that Nish was like, she looks familiar. Oh, I hope Nish is in all of the games. I really like Nishanti, but also I hope she doesn't die. I really don't want that.
That's Josie Park, the gallery's curator. She seems nice enough.
Also, I hope Moti makes a repeat appearance, because we haven't seen him this entire time.
Hi, Josie.
Hi, Rosangela. Are you having a good time? Great. We'll talk later.
Oh, okay. Oh, fair dues.
He must be an artist.
Let's talk to him.
Claude?
Oh, you came.
You're drunk.
Very much so.
We need to talk about the Countess.
Who?
The Dark Lady?
I don't talk about her.
So you do know her?
Don't try to understand my work. I haven't met a single person who really understands art. Not one.
Oh my god.
About the Dark Lady.
That is one of the most important works I have ever made. I don't talk about it, especially to someone who obviously doesn't understand art.
Dude, you are judging me on something that you have no actual quantifiable knowledge on, so... Oh my...
Who says I don't understand art?
You understand my work? All right. Tell me what you think of this painting behind me.
And with the help of Oogle, I will try and ace this. The Dark Lady, I think this painting is really good. The hard lines in this painting are really provocative. The colours are really bright. They pop out at you. This painting must have taken a long time to make. Okay, let's see. What did Oogle say? Okay, so the colours one is good. However, yours is a subjective opinion. Ask the artist why the colour choices were made, so I don't think we want to... I think we want to go for the provocative one.
The hard lines in this painting are really provocative.
You think so, huh?
Oh, yes. The hard lines against a soft world.
Really? Excuse me.
No, I want to talk more.
So, Claude,
What do you think of this painting here?
Does this painting represent darkness in shadow? The painting is very atmospheric. I really like this painting here. What is this supposed to be? Okay. I'm gonna go for
Does this
This
painting
one?
represent darkness and shadow?
It could. Is that what it feels like to you?
Sure.
Then it does. Excuse me.
Claude, we really need to talk about...
What do you think of this painting here?
I really like the colours. Why is one side so colourful and the other so dark? The painting is really good. Did this painting take a long time to make? I think we're going to go with
Why
this
is one side so colorful and the other so dark?
Well, look at it. The darkness is eating away the color, overwhelming it.
That's a bit bleak.
It's a bleak world. Can I be forward?
Forward?
It's been a great pleasure talking to you.
Really?
Yes, very refreshing. You seem to have a greater understanding of art than most of the rabble here.
I do?
Listen, Rosangela, was it?
Oh, call me Rosa.
Rosa, I'm suffocating in here. I need a breath of fresh air. Come meet me out on the fire escape. We can talk more in private.
Hey, way to go.
Claude,
Nice.
where are you going?
Just some fresh air, Joes. I'll be back. No worries.
To be perfectly blunt, I think I'd rather be lumped in with the rabble than be lumped in with him. He just seems very unpleasant to me. I don't know why. Okay, so I am out of time for this episode. In the next one, we will follow Claude out onto the fire escape and see just what he has to say about the Countess. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.